Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon, and I'm back again with another anime series review. At first, when I got into Big Mouth, I thought this is a little bit too raunchy and bawdy for my taste, but then I've matured quite a bit over the years, and I didn't really know if I would like Nick Kroll's humor, but the more I watched it, the more I liked it. And I like the animation style, I like the characters, I like the storyline, and it actually deals with something that is a really hot button issue, especially in our very prudish country. I was brought up in a very Protestant household, but if I had a question about sexuality, I could ask my mom because she was a registered nurse, and honestly, I am comfortable with who I am. Um, there are some things that, I can't change right now, but I'm thinking that my prospects will get better when we can actually go outside. But for now, it's just, WYSIWYG, so, it's okay. But I would explain Big Mouth to those who haven't seen it as take the idea of Inside Out and throw in Monsters Inc. And if they had kind of a um, degenerate sort of um, child that was sort of a problem child in a way. Yeah, the show is crass. There's quite a bit of swearing. It is for adults, but I actually got a lot of insight from it. There's a lot that I learned from it, even though as a kid, I was precocious when I was young. So I learned quite a bit at a very young age, even though I didn't really start getting interested until later on in life as I'm a late bloomer. But I just think it's such a groundbreaking show, and my favorite characters are Jessie and Missy, and I think her name's Lila. I can't remember if her name's Lila or not, but she's introduced in season 3, and she's pansexual. So I thought, oh, that's interesting because I never really saw any kind of representation for a pansexual character. So I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. Connie is great as the hormone monstress, and Maury is absolutely hilarious. I love Maury. Maury kind of reminds me of like Beetlejuice. I don't know. He has that very mischievous sense about him. I also love Mona. Mona's just straight up crazy. She's a very, 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 very sensual, even more sensual than Connie, if I ever thought that was possible. Then you've got one hormone monster. I can't remember his name, but he's older, and it kind of makes me wonder if hormone monsters go through aging just like humans do. We do see, I think it's the end of season 2, so sorry spoilers, but we get a chance to look at the monster's actual world. And I heard, and this is really good news, that there's going to be a spin-off called Human Resources, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with it, because it would be more like an Inside Out, more adult version of that, and it would be intriguing to look into it. And I think that there are a lot of good things about the show in and of itself, and I love the fact that we get new monsters like the Shame Wizard, who is voiced by Lupin from Harry Potter. I thought, oh, I know that voice, and as a fellow pothead, for lack of better terminology, I just immediately started geeking out, me being the otaku I am. I can't help it. I recognize voices. I'm a voice chaser, so I was absolutely tickled pink when I heard Christian Shaw. I love Christian Shaw, but I was a little bit surprised. I'm actually not too terribly surprised because from what I know, her comedy is a little bit, maybe a little bit more adult oriented. Plus, she was in Bob's Burgers, and I just love her so much as Louise and Maple Pines, and I've adored her in everything I've seen. And the one live action thing, Walk in the Woods, her she plays a character who looks pretty much like a child. She's mistaken for a child, and they thought, yeah, that's Kristen, and I was just thinking, I got all, I was so happy just hearing her voice as Nick's sister, and it's just, I love her. She's one of my favorite voice actors, other than Tress MacNeille and Nancy Cartwright, two of my big, other than Yardley Smith. But I think Nancy's probably, I don't know, as far as favorite of all time, Wendy Lee, she's up there too. I mean, if I would categorize voice actresses, it would be hard to choose between Wendy Lee, Tress MacNeille, and Nancy Cartwright, because they're all just totally incredibly talented women. And of course, Tara Strong too. Might as well throw her in there because she's cool. I mean, she's cool. Let's just throw that out there. I love her. I'd love to meet all of them, just give them hugs. Voice acting on this is great. That, like I said, is just, it's actually a lot, there's a lot of heartwarming things in the show, even though, yeah, it is kind of, raunchy at times and maybe a bit lewd, but, I just think it's really good for, families, because they may feel awkward talking about sex, but, when I have kids, and I know people say, you're too old, but when I have kids, I'm going to be like my mom. If they have a question for me, I'm going to answer it. If my kids turn out to be gay or trans or whatever, I mean, I'm not going to care. I'm going to support them no matter what, because, I mean, it's their choice, not mine. They come from me, they're not of me. It's just like Khalil Gibran said in The Prophet. But this is a really good series. I've loved every second of it, and season 4 is coming out not too long from now, and I'm so excited. I started watching Agretzko. I need to catch up on Agretzko so I can do a review of that, and I'm also going to be watching the remainder of Rick and Morty, as I am also a Rick and Morty fan. If you don't know, I love time travel. I just adore, it's one of my favorite things to play with when I'm writing. I'm working on something that has time travel as a Mississippi in it, but this one is a little bit more challenging. That's why I'm working on other things, so I can kind of flesh out the whole tale in and of itself. And it'll get there eventually, but I think it'll be one of the best things I've ever written, other than Genre Jumpers, which is messing around with different genres, which is where I thrive. I really do. I can just jump in between and not be relegated to just one and be pinned as, oh yeah, you're a sci-fi writer, oh yeah, you're a fantasy writer. Yes. I also write romance. I also write sci-fi. Wait, I wrote sci-fi, sorry. I write steampunk. I write cyberpunk. Humor, horror. I have done horror, suspense. Fan fiction, parodies, Eros, biography, historical fiction. Yeah, I like to go in between all these different realms because I like the flexibility. The page is my canvas and my fingers are the brush. I really don't know what else to say about Big Mouth other than I'm really excited about fourth season because we're introduced to a new monster. It'll be intriguing to see where they take that. I know there's some people say, "Oh, it looks terrible." No, I think it looks really good, honestly, because I think every season gets subsequently better. We get more backstory, we get more characters, and this one has more characters in it, and it's got Seth Rogen in it. And normally, I don't like Seth Rogen, but I'm interested in seeing him in Big Mouth, honestly, because I just want to see what his character does. Missy will have a new voice. She'll be voiced by a black character, which, you know, I think that's, I mean, it should have been that way all along because I know there are people's like, you know, their panties in a knot over it. But, you know, yeah, I guess that's kind of a thing nowadays to be politically correct about voice acting, but, you know, it's kind of dumb. But yeah, for Missy, yes, I do think that she should be played by a black actress. Um, I don't know what else to say about the show other than it's funny. It is probably one of the funniest things I've seen. Um, but that's all I have to say. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, tutti.